Hello, everyone. Welcome to another promising session as we take a technical dissection of the of the USDJPY. In this video, we are going to be examining past price patterns and market behavior, recurring trends, support and resistance levels, and other crucial insights that can help us in making a well informed decision ahead of the new week. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will be able to make your independent decision after digesting the information you will be gathering during the session. So, with that being said, considering the fact that this is a follow up detail to my previous analysis, I would love to share with you some of the key moments we had during the course of last week as we were able to scoop a significant amount of profit on the USDJPY as we bought this pair throughout the course of last week. So, talking about last week, this was what we saw at the beginning of the week, where we saw our price action was initially caught within a range just around our key level at the 137.800. So, we saw the resistance line at the 138 and the support line at the 137.500. And you know how we do it whenever we have this kind of simple setup. We want to see price action either break out of the resistance line for buying opportunity or break down the support line for selling opportunities. And it was quite interesting that we saw our buy stop order triggered at the breakout of the 138.00 level to give us our first buy position for the week. And we continue to ride the move, though we had a situation here where we were taken out of the buy position after the sharp bearish move to the downside. So I told us all here that we should wait patiently for another trading opportunity. And with the way things were going, I think for about 48 hours here, we saw how price action was initially trapped within a channel, was a little bit choppy for about 48 hours before we saw the next line of action. Though we had a sell position here, which led into us recording our first stop loss for the week. But thank goodness we were able to recoup that loss after we saw price action break out of the 138.750 to trigger the second buy position for the week. And since then, we have been buying the USDJPY. As you can see, we had our first TP target, and then we continue to add more position into the trade into the later part of the week. So if you do want to have a review of these commentaries personally by your own self, well, you might want to check the link in the description box of this current video. And if you are watching this from my YouTube channel, you will be seeing the link to this commentary at the top right hand side of your screen. So, with that being said, here let's dive right into the business for today. So, we are on the 4 hours time frame. In fact, I have a very simple setup we are going to be using here this week, and we would need no much explanation to get my message across here. So, right on the 4 hours time frame, what I did here was to take into consideration what has been happening in this market since the beginning of this month. And as you can see here, it is quite obvious that price action has been bullish. And if we connect the series of higher highs and higher lows together, you will see that we have an ascending channel which buttresses the strength of the buyers in this market. And with this whole situation we have here, the next thing we are going to be thinking is of how we are going to be buying the USDJPY. And one thing about this whole structure, if you look at it closely, you will see that price action has been trading within the upper half of this ascending channel, which further emphasizes the level of buying strength in this market. Now, if we zoom into the current structure, that is what has been happening in this market in the last 1 week, you will see here that we had a significant breakout of a very strong psychological level, that is the 140.00 area, which happens to be the first time price will get as far as this point. And as soon as price action tested the 140.750 level, we can see that we saw some signs that there are some level of selling pressure around this area. So going into the new week, what are going to be our plans? How do we intend to take advantage of a trading opportunity from this current structure? Well, there are two things that we want to look at here. Well, the first one is that we have a key level at the 140.750, where depending on how price action reacts to this level, we determine if we are going to be buying or selling the USDJPY. And if we do want to buy the USDJPY this week, then definitely we want to see price action breakout of that 140.750, probably some couple of retests of structure to welcome more opportunities to add more position to our existing trade. But if it so happens that price action drops below the 140.00 area at any point in time during the week, then the breakout of this 140.00 area will turn out to be a false breakdown. And if this happens, continued selling pressure below the structure is likely going to push price probably into the support line of that ascending channel, or even go as far as breaking down that structure. So it depends on how price action reacts to that support line that will determine what we are going to be doing. So you will agree with me, it's a very simple setup. Hence, we want to remain focused within that area between the 140.750 and the 140.00 area for our next line of action for the week. Then there is one thing I would like to emphasize here, that even though we are looking at things from a technical standpoint, it's important that we take note that there are also economic features coming in from the US docket that is going to be affecting this currency pair this week. And in that regard, I was able to pull out a couple of high impact events for this week. So I would like to take you through my economic calendar here, and this was what I was able to hold on a second. Next week. All right. So this was what I was able to pull out from here. And in fact, we only have three high impact event coming in from the US dockets next week. That's the ADP employment change, the ISM manufacturing PMI, and the non-farm payroll. So we might likely see some choppy situation happen around this area at the beginning of the week, where price action could probably range between this area before a breakout or breakdown of this channel will happen. But trust me, I will be with you right in the comment section of this video after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this current structure during the early hours of the week, after which I will be giving you an update on what I think is likely going to be happening at the beginning of the week. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your personal decision on this currency pair, and if it did, why not support this project by clicking the like button. You might also want to follow me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sherry so that you can be part of the daily commentaries I normally share in the comment section of all of my videos. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you right in the comment section on Monday as we get prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye bye.